friction, friend and foe. So friction in our daily life, sometimes they are friend. Friend means they help us, they cooperate us. That means friction sometimes cooperate us. They help us in some activities. Whereas foe means enemy. They do effect in our life which is not desirable to us. So, friction sometimes a friend to us, sometimes foe means enemy, sometimes friction is enemy to us. So, we will discuss today where friction is our friend and where friction is our foe. So, friction is very much necessary for walking. Walking or running. Walking or running. We cannot walk very comfortably on a slippery floor. But if the floor is rough, we can walk very comfortably, very easily. A rough floor means a floor having large amount of friction. And a slippery floor, suppose a floor covered with mustard oil or diesel, or a floor soap water is spread over it, we will not be able to walk very comfortably on a floor where mustard oil is spread over. What mustard oil do here? Mustard oil reduce the friction, make the floor slippery. So in a slippery road we are unable to walk comfortably. At the same time, if a floor is very rough, that means high value of friction. So if there is a higher value of friction, we can move on that floor very comfortably. That means higher the friction, our movement is smoother. Our movement is very comfortable. You have often seen mountaineers when climb on mountains, they wear a shoes having spikes or nails fitted on their sole. Since you know snow is very slippery, that is very less amount of friction is there. So to walk on the snow we need a shoe with nails fitted on the sole so that friction is increased and we can walk on the ice. Ice is very slippery. You cannot walk on ice even if you want to climb on ice, it is almost impossible without the mountaineering shoes. So this shows that if we can increase the friction while walking, while running or while climbing on something, we need a higher value of friction. So here friction serves as a friend while we walking. Second, friction is also needed for rolling. You know that you have seen when a car moves, its wheel rolls on the road. Since road has very considerable amount of friction. So a tire of a car rolls on the road very smoothly. But sometimes you have seen that on a rainy day, on a muddy path, a car stops when the road is full of mud. The wheel of the car is not able to roll on the muddy surface. If we engine force the wheel to move, it rotates in a fixed place, and on a muddy road, when muddy road means very less amount of friction. So when a muddy road, even the engine force the car to move forward, the wheel rolls on a particular place and does not move forward. It starts rolling, and to make the car move in forward direction, you have to do some other activity, like if you have to increase the friction of the road, if you have to reduce or remove the mud from the road, or you have to put some sawdust or sand below the wheel of the car so that the friction can be increased, and once the friction is increased, the car starts rolling and moves forward. So we have seen that on a heavy muddy road, when a car is trapped in a heavy muddy road, it is unable to roll over that muddy road just because the muddy road has very less amount of friction. And to make the car run in forward direction, you have to do some activity, like you have to put some sand beneath the wheel of the car, or you have to put pieces of bricks so that it increases the friction, and once the friction is increased between the wheel and the road, then again the car starts moving in forward direction. So what we have seen here, in a slippery road, rolling is also not supported by the friction. Friction is not supporting rolling of a wheel. So to make a wheel roll over a surface, we need a higher value of friction. We need to increase the amount of friction. So friction is also needed for rolling. Friction is also needed for our day-to-day activities. Like I am writing here on this green board with this chalk. This chalk is getting stuck on this board just due to friction. If there is less friction, the chalk will not get stuck on the board. Since the board has a fair amount of friction, so it is holding the chalk particles on this board so that you can see that something is written on the board. You cannot write with this chalk on a glass sheet just because glass sheet cannot provide that much friction. So that chalk particles do not stick on the glass sheet, and we are unable to see or we are unable to write anything on the glass sheet. So friction is also needed in our day-to-day life. Friction, if we write something on a paper also, the ink gets stuck on the copy or on the paper due to friction. So friction helps us in writing. Friction helps us in tying a knot. This is a knot, and we have a this is a tie, and we have a knot. And all these knots in a shape because of friction. If friction is not there, the knot will not be in this shape permanently. It will soon it will be separated. So friction helps in making a knot permanent. Friction is also needed for tightening a screw. Or if we have seen that nails are hammered and nails goes inside wall or any wood particle, and the nails stays there, and what force that makes this nail to be there in a permanent position, and that force is frictional force. So frictional force also help in tightening a screw or putting a knot. So friction also helps us in our day-to-day life in so many ways. So these are the ways where friction is serves to us as a friend. So these are the things: writing, putting a knot, tightening a screw, so these are in our day-to-day activity. We see that friction is very much helpful. If friction is not there, these things are impossible to perform in our day-to-day life.